Hey guys, how are you doing?
We're fashion curious.
Did you say fashion curious?
Flash and curious.
Flash and curious.
And this is our first video on what to do if you're an international student and it's your first time in London.
So, I'm Calvin.
And I'm Karen.
And we'll guide you through the first hurdle.
Please watch this before you move to London, because you need to know.
Because one of the most daunting tasks anybody's ever been to a new country is what to do on your first day. I know that was my most scariest day. I don't know about you.
Yeah, like coming here, especially if you're alone. I came here alone the first time. It's quite scary. First step, the first thing you do is before you get on that plane is to get all your papers and documents ready, especially if you're an international student. We cannot stress that enough because the first time when you arrive in the airport, they're going to ask to see everything.
In the immigration, that's right.
First we have a CAS letter.
Then you need your transcript.
Your proof of address.
I don't know, that's the three, that's actually when I came, that's the things that they asked, the transcript and my CAS. And my diploma, I guess. I mean,
they ask for your diploma. Oh, they ask for your IELTS if English is not your first language.
If it's not your first language.
Okay.
And make sure you know your documents, what they say, whichever, if you need to find one. Because my experience when I came, I guess it was during midday, and then the immigration officer was sleepy. So when I gave my CAS letter, he went through it for 30 seconds, and then he asked me, "Where's the CAS number?" And me and my mom was there, and she freaked out. I was freaked out. I was like, I don't have any more documents. And then I looked at the document again, and the CAS number is literally there. He just missed it.
It'll say it at the top.
And then I say, "Isn't this the CAS number?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." So be sure to know your documents.
And when you first come, the visa that they put on your passport is only valid for about a month, because when you arrive within that 1 month, you need to go and collect. We all carry this around. Your biometric residence permit.
And you think that they just come up? I'm gonna cover my photo.
Looks quite bad. And you use it as ID here. You use it to travel in and out of the country.
This is your visa, basically.
It is your visa, and it makes your life so much easier when you're traveling around Europe.
Keep it on a safe spot.
Keep it safe. You pay a ridiculous amount if you lose it, and it takes about 6 weeks to get a new one.
Normally, when you come here, you either pick it up at your school or you pick it up at the post office, depending where you specify you want it when you apply for the visa.
You will find out. It'll say in your CAS letter, and you're fine.
Oh, another important thing when you first come here, when in the airport, you make sure you book for a taxi.
Or you know how you're going to get to where you're going to live.
Exactly. Either take the tube or something. Research first. Do not rely on the airport taxi. The airport taxi charge ridiculous price.
I think it took me £80 once.
Really?
Like when I first arrived here, and I was on alone, and my parents were like, "Oh, meet us in London." And then in my head, like, I didn't know how to take the train at that time, so I was like, okay, I got into a cab, got there, 80 quid.
80 quid.
And know your address, so that's our next point. Before you come, obviously, you're going to either choose to live in halls or live in your own private accommodation.
I sleep in halls.
Yeah, I stay in my own private accommodation. So make sure you sort that out. You know your address. You know if you have private accommodation. Have you spoke to your landlord before? Do you know where you're picking up your keys?
Yep. Be sure to contact your the
accommodation. Register with the doctor. There's free help service here, and your doctor. Wherever you register with a doctor, it depends on your postcode and where you live, so you can just search that up and apply online. It's very easy. You need to get a bank account.
Oh, that's important. That's one.
You need to get a bank account.
Get your bank account sorted as soon as possible. That was a mistake that I did. For the complete bank, how to do, we'll have a video up soon about how to get banks and what to know more about the bank, the terms and everything. So stay tuned. Transport, yeah. One of the most important things is to get your oyster and get your student oyster.
We're very bad. We don't have student oysters.
I do. Wait, what are you talking about? I always have my student oyster. Oops.
Mine's a normal.
That's a normal oyster. That's my student oyster.
Like, I know it's mine because it's a bit bent.
I know mine because it has my face on it. So.
You know, it works in the bus. It works in the tube.
You get charged much less on the student oyster than you do on a normal oyster. And what else? Yeah. Get to know your area. Ooh!
Oh, this is our favorite part.
Exactly.
Download the app.
Download apps.
So when
essential apps.
City Mapper.
City Mapper. Although I do not use City Mapper, I'm not sure why.
What do you use?
I use Google Map. Either way, I use Google
So
Map a
the
lot.
best thing about London is that a place is specified by its exact postcode. So when you just go to City Mapper,
Google Map. Either
yeah,
way.
you just type in the postcode and it tells you where to go. So let's see if I want to go home. Or the last place I went to was the US Embassy. So when I click go, it'll tell me it'll take me 74 minutes to walk, which tube lines I can take.
And so I hope that clarifies quickly what you need to do first day in London and have fun, I guess.
Fun, do well in school,
Do well in
don't do
school.
drugs.
Party too much, yada yada yada. So alright, goodbye, see you tomorrow. No, did I say tomorrow?
We're seeing them tomorrow.
I'm not gonna see you tomorrow. See you next time we post videos. Bye.